What is up, guys? I'm going to be doing a tier list ranking of 2021 tier list ranking of the MLB teams for the upcoming season. Elite, good, okay, bad but can get better, and absolute garbage. Starting with the Los Angeles Angels. Well, no, Mike Trout, Rendon are on that team, so it is definitely a solid team. I don't know if I could put them in good. I don't know if they're that strong pitching wise. I'm gonna stick with okay. Houston Astros, they lost George Springer, but they still have a few of the same pieces they already had. Last year, after having not a good season during shortened season, they didn't play very well, at least in my opinion. I mean, and again, we all hate them, and I would love to put them here. I'm gonna keep them in good. I'm gonna keep them in good. Oakland Athletics, they also have lost a few pieces. I think Simeon was on there, right? Simeon was on this team. I don't know. I believe he was, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, no, Simeon was on this team, but he's gone as well. I think I'm only be able to put them in okay this season. But maybe they can make it back to the playoffs. Toronto Blue Jays. I'm gonna put them in good. They did a lot of good things this offseason. Players like Springer, Simeon, and a lot of players are gonna be doing really well this season. Guerrero, Gurriel, Biggio, and they got pitchers. They got Kirby Yates, right? I'm pretty sure. But yeah, that team, they're gonna be pretty good. I would see them, and I would actually see probably them and the Astros being in the wild card game. But I could see some other teams out there as well. It really depends. Next up, the Braves. We got our first elite team. I honestly think this team is probably the best team in the National League, other than, of course, the Dodgers. They were up 3-1 against them, but they do as Atlanta teams do, and they blow their leads. But I think they're an elite team, and they really deserve. I think they could probably make it to the World Series within the next couple of years. Brewers. I would put them bad, but can be better. But they've already been starting to get a little better. They still have Yelich, MVP, who's an MVP, and they just signed Bradley, and they also have Wong from the Cardinals. I'll put them at okay for now. I don't know. I'm kind of in between that they're still not great. I still don't think they're definitely not gonna make a playoffs, but I'll put them at okay. I'll put them at okay. St. Louis Cardinals, good. They have lost a couple players, but Nolan Arenado is on their team, and that he is a huge help. He's probably one of the leading men to be MVP for this upcoming year. Now, Cubs. Oh, do I want to put them in good or okay? I think they're going to be second place, right behind the Cardinals, maybe, or with hmm. Yeah, I don't know if I should put them in okay or good. I'm gonna put them in good. They have a good team. They got Jock Peterson. I'll put them in good. I feel like a lot of people probably the Diamondbacks. I want to. I want to put them in better. I don't think they have a team. Like with that, I think it just lagged or something. I don't think they have a good enough team to. No, they're not okay. I don't think they just don't have enough good players to be. I think Milwaukee's better than them. I think Oakland's better. I think Los Angeles is better than them. I mean, honestly, I don't know much about them because I don't really. They're a forgettable team to me. But I just don't think they're that good. Bumgarner's getting older. They don't have a lot of great players. I think I'm just keep them there. Dodgers, that's an easy elite. Best team in the league. I honestly, there's really nothing you can do against them. They have Trevor Bauer now, who's going to be an absolute god. All that they have young players who are also doing insanely good. They got a lot. They've signed a lot of great players in the offseason. They're the best team in the league. I hate that they exist because as a Braves fan, the only thing that's really stopping us from getting there, going to be the only thing stopping us from getting to the World Series. But yeah, Giants. Babbitt can get better. I know they made it to the playoffs last year. A lot of people would say they're okay. I don't think they're okay, honestly. In this season, I think last season was kind of a fluke year, but mainly they just played very, very well. This year, I don't think they're going to play as well. But I do think they can get better with some young talent. Indians, I'm going to put them at okay. They've lost Lindor and some of their pitching, but they still have some. They still have a solid team. They still have a. Who else? What is it? Reyes. Still have Reyes, who's going to be a stud, and Bieber, who's also good. I think that they will probably still be okay, just not as good as they once were. Mariners. I could put them in absolute garbage, but I do think they can get better. Honestly, I'm gonna put them in bad, but can get better. I think it's a disgrace to put them in absolute garbage because they have Mario Gonzalez, who's a good pitcher. Saying he's good. They have young players who are going to play very well in the future, and I think they'll make a comeback within the next 10 years to being a good team. Miami. I'm actually putting them at okay. They have some players that actually can do well. They got Duvall and Marte. They also have an okay pitching staff. And they made it to the playoffs last year. They beat the Cubs, and then they lost to the Braves, obviously. But yeah, they're actually okay, which really is surprising to me. Last year, but this year they're looking better. Mets, I'm putting them in good. I will definitely put them in good. I think they're a good team. I think the Braves are still better. And I think they're around the same as the Nationals, maybe a little better than the Phillies. I think they'll probably finish maybe above the Nationals, maybe below them. But they'll be close. Nationals, also good. They're around the same as the Mets, in my opinion. Maybe a little better, maybe a little worse. They're both going to be good. I think they'll both be fighting for a playoff spot this year. Nationals aren't too far off from their win, and last year, I think they weren't. I think they should have been. They were close to also getting another playoff spot, but remember, a lot of their team was injured, and in COVID and opting out and stuff. So I hope this year's better. And also, didn't they get Josh Bell? They got Josh Bell, right? I'm not completely dumb. Yeah. Um, I think they're trying to make a resurgence. I'm gonna put him in absolute garbage. Team's just not good. Haven't been good for a while now. Um, just not a good team. I think they're gonna be trading some of their players, like yeah, some of their pitching. They're just not a good team. It's that simple, and they need to get better. They've been known now as just a bad team, and if you're known as the bad team in a league, then you got to get out of that. You got to get out of that. Padres, very good, almost elite in my opinion, almost elite. I almost could put them at elite. I almost could. I will. I'm gonna put them in elite. I know. I think they're gonna do insane this season. Other than the Braves and Dodgers, they're the third best team in the National League, in my opinion. I know that's crazy, but I think they are. Phillies, they're okay. Probably high up on the okay list. Probably behind them. But they have some good players. Real Muto. I can't speak. Is back in Philly, which is a big help. And they have a chance to do well something this season. I don't know if they'll be able to. It's been kind of disappointing. I don't know, but they're not good enough to be in good. Pirates, absolute garbage. Probably the worst team in the league. What are you? Honestly, I don't know. This team is not. They have a couple prospects that they can be like, oh wow, look at this. But my goodness, they are not good, and they're not going to be good for a while. Um, yeah, that's just how it is. Rangers, bad but can get better. They have Gallo. They have some solid players. They just are not that good. Like not good. Probably one of the. They can get better though. They have chances to get new players to be solid again. It might take a while, but they're not as bad as some of the teams in absolute garbage. Rays. I'm gonna keep them at good. I know that they lost some key players, but their team last year was very good. And I think they still have a chance to be solid this season. I don't know if they're making the playoffs. I don't think they are. I feel like there's just too many other solid teams in the AL. I think Toronto's a little better than them. But yeah, I have to go with that. Red Sox? I like the Red Sox, but I don't know if I can put them in okay. I'm gonna say bad. I can get better. Maybe I might have triggered some fans, but um, yeah, they are not. They're not. They're not good. I'm just being honest with you. They're not good. They're not really okay either. They have some things they need to sort out. They have Verdugo is gonna be a stud, but other than that, and they have Sale, who's great. But other than that, they have a couple other solid players. But really, they're not. They're not. They're not as good as some of these teams. I mean, maybe I could put them in okay. I'm just not going to. Even though I like them, I'm not going to. Reds. I can put them in bad, but can get better. But I do think they will surprise some people and be actually okay this season. Maybe just below 500. It may surprise some people, but I think they'll be okay. Rockies, absolute garbage. What the heck, man? Trevor Story's their only player, in my opinion, who's good. They have some okay pitching, but not good. I think Story should probably even get out of that. I don't think Story should be in Colorado. I feel like Colorado's falling apart, like, majorly. They're going to be falling apart majorly soon. They're going to be absolute garbage. They're better than... I think they're better than Orioles and Pittsburgh, but not 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 no, but not bad, but can get better. They're not going to be able to get any better soon. Um, yeah, they're just not they're going to be bad. Yeah, it can get better. It listen. I know a lot of people might think they're absolute garbage. I disagree. I think they can get better. I know they'll probably trade Merrifield. Whenever I play him lead the show, he always goes straight to the Astros. Um, but I think they can get better. I think there are some players on the team um, that will be studs soon, like very soon, and they could get back to the winning ways. Detroit Tigers, absolute garbage. I don't like the Tigers really. They're not good, and they need some work to be good. So I just hope they can achieve that. But they're terrible right now. I don't know if they're as bad as the Orioles or Pirates. Pirates are terrible. I think worse, but they're just not good. Minnesota Twins. I'm putting them at good just because last year I put them in elite, and one of my other ones I did on a different channel. But yeah, no, you can't be losing in to Houston like that, right? They lost to Houston. Correct me if I'm wrong. But they need to be able to win in the playoffs, and that's not what they're doing. And I just think they're a little worse than they were last year. White Sox. Should I put them in good? I don't know. I'm gonna put them in the top of the okay section. I just think they need to prove to me that they're good. They need to prove to me that they're good. They're not doing that so far. They're just not doing that. Last but not least, the Yankees. Complete elite team. They're gonna be making it to the World Series this year. Um, they are. It's. I know a lot of people are thinking I'm going hard on the rest of the AL, but I just think that the NL is better than the AL this year. I know maybe you might disagree with me, but so I feel they're better than the Padres. I see them going up against the Dodgers probably this year. That's almost set in stone in my opinion. But they could play against the Braves. I think that would be also a good one, a good matchup. Um, but yeah, here's my list. I think you might agree with me. Tell me if I'm wrong. These aren't by like this isn't first and this isn't complete last. I mean, they are complete last, but and they are complete first, but it's not a list. It's a tier list, not just a straight up list. So I don't really, I would probably move some of these around. But yeah, these teams, I think this is where they are at um, right now. And I just can't wait for the season to get started. I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.